Hello, this is Josh Hayes from Hedge Plus, and here's today's market monitor. Well, no real headline today, but we did have a somewhat bearish commitment of traders report that came out after the market closed on Friday. Money managers sold across all three week classes and have extended their short position to a record 208,000 contracts. And also, I think perhaps even more notable, they shed over a third of their long corn positions. They still do remain long, but they did this in the wake of weather conditions that are allowing for fast planting. That seems to be what weekend trade focused on, matching and mirroring what the funds did, through the beginning of last week. So this is always, every time we get that report, it's always a little bit old, but it's always interesting to see since they play such a big role. But no doubt, money managers see the fast planting pace in the U.S. and are limiting some of their risk in the event that we continue to have good weather, and that carries on throughout the entire season through this crop year. But all it'll take is some weather threat, and they'll start to extend long positions and reduce short positions. In fact, I think we might even be seeing that here real soon. Momentum is building for trade talks between the U.S. and China. There are some that thought over the weekend that would be the impetus to see a little bit of a bounce in prices, and it still may. We'll see what the regular daytime session brings, but we are down across the board overnight. It is notable that forecasts, and there's a trend building that limits rain to the southeast and the southern plains. Now, the southern plains have been extremely dry, so they definitely needed rain. They've gotten, unfortunately, too much, record amounts in April, and it's continuing here into May. So really not even all that helpful there at that point. But the bigger story is that the northern plains and the western corn belt is pretty darn dry, and not much relief in sight. It's not to the point where it's a massive issue just yet. And right now, all it's really doing is allowing for planting where they had enough soil moisture. But I can tell you for sure that not all areas in the northern plains do. But over the weekend, states such as Minnesota, only a very small trace of rain in the extreme northeast corner of Minnesota. Otherwise, the entire state was dry. Both North Dakota and South Dakota were completely rain-free. Very little rain in Nebraska and very little rain in Kansas. Even Iowa only had small sections on the southern border, their border with Missouri, that saw around a third of an inch of the rain. Otherwise, most of Iowa was dry this past weekend. So that's something that it's been building in the models. It's starting to happen now. It's just in the beginning stages. If these areas continue to stay dry, though, and if it expands to the Midwest, and Michigan was dry, Wisconsin was somewhat dry. The substantial rainfall really fell in Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, those areas where they actually really didn't need any right now. They had good soil moisture. All that's doing in those places is slowing them down. But if we continue to stay dry in the northern plains, upper Midwest, Great Lakes region, that will pose a problem down the line. Taking a look at weather, Northwest Corn Belt drought potential raised. That was definitely backed up by what took place this weekend. Mexico, West, Central, and North area dry still for the next 2 weeks. It has been dry, extending that out another 2 weeks. Only furthers their issues there. In China, the northern areas remain dry, getting to a point of critical point for them, where any continued dryness will really start to damage their wheat crop and really make it darn near impossible to get started with corn planting. Southern areas, though, are too wet, and the crops in their southern areas are in decline. Northeast Europe set for frost and freeze. This extends into the Ukraine and into southwestern Russia. So that's something to watch, but not something that's going to drive any kind of reaction in the market as far as prices just yet. Taking a look at those prices, as I said, down across the board. Corn down about 3.5 cents. Soybeans down about 7.5 cents since the close on Friday. Wheat down nearly 2 cents, but wheat is actually up about 5 cents compared to this time Friday morning, helped by the rally that we saw on Friday. Overall, corn is down about 7 since Friday morning, and soybeans are down about 3. Again, we'll wait to see. Looks like weekend traders kind of followed the lead of what money managers did the previous week and seen that report come out late on Friday. But we'll see what we get when the market opens later today. Hope everyone has had a great weekend and has a great day. And we'll talk to you again tomorrow.